Remember where you got it first. www.
We can take our seats. Just before I invite the headmaster of this mighty school, I would like to welcome you once again to this alma mater, our school that brought most of us to where we are. I just want to recognize the presence of the media. We have got various media houses in here. We have got the Ilaka radio, we've got Rukundo radio, we have TV West, we have Sky TV, they are all here, and this function will be covered live. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, so whatever we do, just know that we're also catering for people who have not been able to make it here. We wanted them to keep online so that they're able to follow the proceedings. So once again, you are very much welcome. We will now, right now, without wasting time, invite the headmaster of this mighty school to welcome us to this hill. And thereafter, our students will have a welcome song for 5 minutes. Thank you very much, Mr. Headmaster. You are very much welcome.
Thank you very much, our today's program liner. Our dear chief guest, I hope he's yet to join us. Our parish priest, Your Excellency, the President of Kosa, the representatives of the Board of Governors, the Chairperson PTA, our dear old students, the staff members, the students' leadership, and the entire students' body. Good morning. The news of the visit by a group of prominent, enthusiastic, and passionate old students is undoubtedly very good and exciting news. My name is Ahimbisiwe Simon, head teacher, Kitagwenda High School. I want to congratulate you for this great day. an event for you to share the fond memories of your school. We received the news of your visit with excitement, joy, and love. And it is from this angle that on behalf of Kitagwenda High School community and on my own behalf, warmly welcome you, our dear esteemed old students. You are highly welcome. Settle down, feel at home, and relax. I want to congratulate you and applaud you for the projects you are rendering and you are undertaking in school, particularly the 10-student bursary scheme. This has enabled the young stars to access secondary school without disruptions. The provision of scholastic materials like calculators, textbooks, office equipment like printers, the donation of a heifer, among others, cannot go unappreciated. The career guidance, the models you are to our learners, is of profound, invisible impact to our learners. Members, I want to observe that today, I'm talking of role modeling, I'm talking of examples, that today our compound has smiled with very nice wheels. It is not an everyday thing. And when it happens like this, our youngsters are really encouraged, and they build hopes and confidence that in 10 years to come, it will be them to change the compound face. I thank you very much for the hard work that you can make our compound be like that. I want to sincerely appreciate the guidance you render to me through your leadership and directly as regards where you want your school to go. I more often get advice, encouragement through your president, and at times directly. I pledge to continue being accommodative to the bright ideas and to implement them wherever there is provision for the same. I want to thank the staff members that taught, nurtured, and formed you. Some are still here. Mr. Isaac, I think you are here. Mr. Rukuba, you are here. And all our staff, you have nurtured our students that are out there, big people, and it is a very great gratification that these people can come back and find you, and then we feel happy. The others have retired, while others are posthumous. May their souls rest in peace. I have trust that the imparted virtues that made you what you are and are what you are doing for us. Members, I want to observe that every time you come here, we are very confident that we are not to be left the way we are. And I have already observed that your coming will not leave us the way we have been. I am in the same vein indebted to our previous head teachers, Mr. Zandeba, the founding head teacher, Mr. Robert Kamasaka, Mr. Ezati Ezaruk, Mr. Mugaya Patrick, Mr. Kivumbi Frank, Mr. Tuliamureba Dennis, Mr. Benao Constantine, and Mr. Tinka Manyere Prosper. Each of these have added a brick to produce respective old student cohorts. I think many of us have experiences with one or two of these head teachers. Our chief guest, allow me in a special way to single out Mr. Kamasaka Robert for the great contribution to the school and to many of our now old students. I realized that most of our old students have special attachment to him due to his special parental handling. The name of Kada is always in stories being told about that former head teacher. And to many of you, when we are interacting in one or another, Kamasaka is inseparable from Kitagwenda High School. So I owe gratitude, and Mr. President, I want to pray that next time, probably invite him. Okay? So it is unfortunate. Maybe he has some, he's coming. That is very nice. Those who can do so, even if he doesn't come, let us convey our gratitude to him. Our chief guest, allow me to come again. Great thanks to the Central Executive Committee of KOSA for the great mobilization of KOSA members to the activities of KOSA. I have been on platform with you. I normally see the mobilization efforts by different people, different players, the executive. You are really very amazing people. How I pray that these great ladies and gentlemen are given more time to keep collaborating with us for the development of Kitagwenda High School. I must also single out His Excellency Andrew Mwebaze Kaletwa, KOSA President, for the superb mobilization and great passion he has for our school. May God reward him. That passion at times it can be misinterpreted because I have interacted with several OBs. Some OBs are my friends, are also my OBs in some of the institutions we went to. When you reach them, they say, that money comes in your own bags. That's where, that's there. And I think that has kept KOSA moving. Mr. President, I thank you for that stewardship of KOSA and pray that you keep it up. And the members of KOSA, I really encourage that you, I know you have a constitution, you are an organized body. If it means touching it, kindly touch it so that he can be steering and yield more and more fruits for our school. Our parish priest was here, represented by the chaplain. I thank him so much. He facilitated the sacrifice of Mass at the start, and they are of great help. The Board of Governors, the president happens to be one of them. We have the teachers' representatives, they are here. I thank them. They are very great people in as far as policy making is concerned. The PTA, I thank them for the big support and guidance to us in running the school to produce more substantial old students. Our staff current, we are very grateful for the work that you are doing. As you know very much that you hold a very big stake in whether we are to produce prominent OBs and OGs or we are to go to the dogs. I pray that we bring our effort together, we build the team spirit, and we continue to produce very great old students for the development of our school. To our students, I encourage you to take advantage of our old students. I encourage you to emulate them. In some future, they will be aged. I want to tell you that Kitagwenda High School is highly blessed with high-profile old students, which is a sign indicative that all you need to succeed is here, because they exploited it and they are what they are. So all you need is here, emulate the example, and add value to yourself, add value to your homes, add value to your school and to your country at large. I have confidence that these people are not coming to add value to the school when they have not added value on themselves, or when they have not added value on their homes. So I encourage you to take that example, and I've always encouraged you to do the same. Kindly do that. Stop self-pity and aim at the best. Our biggest disease is self-pity. I can't wake up. I don't know whether these guys also self-pitied themselves. Probably they could share. Mr. President, you could share whether you could also pity yourselves on winter, on prep, on what, and you say, I'm sick, I'm this, I'm that. I don't know. But I encourage you not to pity yourselves. You are going to enjoy. These people are enjoying. I want to tell you, last evening, I took an hour, I think less than an hour, to reach where they had their kasiki. It was marvelous. They're enjoying themselves. You would see as if they were going to heaven. I love it. Time now, we more often discourage you, don't go to dance, don't go at night, don't do what. We have a lot of don'ts, but these people are free. They are liberated. They can be where they want to be at any time they want to. And they have what it takes to enjoy it. So I encourage you, my daughters and sons, kindly wait for that time. When we are going to come, you have a precursor in form of kasiki. You have a day. After here, they have a bull roasting, by the way. And it will be characterized by fun, enjoyment, dancing, all that I can't tell you enough. I wish you were there to see them. But all this can be tested and can be testified if you work hard now and you test it yourself. These old students, I have often demonstrated love and care for you in different forms. And you ought to reciprocate that love in form of success in academics, success in exams, and success in sports and discipline. Members, I'm your new learners. Whenever examinations are out, the head teacher is always at a great pressure when you are not done well. These old students are very passionate. When there is sports, they are there watching. One time, I think you went with an old jersey. I was castigated. Why are our students in old jerseys? They are very much concerned. They are passionate. They want to see you excelling in everything. So, today they have come. Someone was telling me, tomorrow ntuza kunaba engaro. Our old students kunaba engaro nokulya kanyama. Kunaba sabuni rather. They said they are going to wash soap. Washing a soap, kama kulya kanyama banabachi, banaba sabuni. So, I want that love to be reciprocated in hard work, in excellence, so that they can also jubilate and feel happy about you. It is upon you to keep Kosa moving. I say this can gratify them on their input in you. I think there is a lot of input, Mr. President. Our dear old students, with a small enrollment of 360 students, we are able to sustain the school by providing the basics. Of course, enrollment translates into the resource envelope. So we are able to provide the basics. Food is always there. Education, the teachers are there. But there are projects that we yearn for. There are projects that we dream of. One, intensive external facilitation to our candidates to foster academic excellence. We always want that to be done extensively. But at times we are limited to some level because of the resource envelope. Construction of a reading structure, semi-permanent or permanent, at the girls' wing, for them to read from there, both evening and morning preps. Members, I don't know whether the ladies here slept that side. Did you sleep that side? I imagine what you went through. Coming for winter, going for prep. So it is a tasking endeavor, but also very risky. So we would have loved to construct a reading structure there that they can read from there, and morning prep and evening prep, so that they come here during the time for study. You realize that most of our buildings are old-fashioned. We would have loved to do facelifting. The existing buildings are too old. You know the standards, all those of you who are in Kampala, Mbarara, and even around, people have transformed their schools. We would have loved to procure a modern colored printer with scanning and photocopying provisions to enable us produce pictures, photos, as support resources common in the new lower secondary curriculum. We are very grateful. The previous visits, you brought us printers, you brought us those accessories. But these days, the learning of today requires scanned photographs, resource whatever. The teachers go through a lot. So we would have loved to have those modern things if we were having a sustainable resource envelope. We have a staff quarters at the girls' wing. We would have loved to accommodate our teachers here if it is finished. The rehabilitation of a science laboratory, it is also getting a little bit old. Procurement of more computers for learners to access more computers and to practice. Procurement of a generator, given that the one we have is old and is always on and off. A drinking water purifier for students, safe drinking water. All these are the projects that we are really looking at if we were enabled. Kindly, any efforts, be it personal, be it as an organization, can be made in any of one projects. It will not be bad manners. For us, we are like Baganda. I know we have carried some things, but the Baganda, when you give them sauce, they will ask for the food to finish the sauce. Then the sauce is finished before food. They ask for food to finish, sauce to finish the food. And they end up saying, Tusima, buongerwa. So Tusima, buongerwa. If you had any provision, if you have any sponsor, if you had any connection, kindly, you can take interest in any of the projects for the good of our children and for the good of our school. Mr. President and the chief guest, I don't administer this school alone. I have the administrators, I have the teachers, I have the support staff, the non-teaching staff, and I have the students' leadership. On this note, allow me to introduce our administrators. The Deputy Mr. Kabinga Luke is here. The academic department, I don't know whether we are here. Being a Teachers' Day, some of them are engaged. They are on executive of teachers. Staff, those who are around, can you raise up for recognition? Yes, these people do a great job to produce people of their kind. Our student leadership, our student leaders, can you wake up all and wave? Meanwhile, as the HP comes very quickly and gives at least one word or two to our people, and then I conclude.
Thank you, our most beloved head teacher, the Kosa president, fellow students. I greet you all in the name of the Almighty God. My name is Mogisha Joseph. Chance is to acknowledge to our schools alumni that your contribution to our school growth and excellence, we appreciate for it, and the lessons you learned with these words which guided you to become leaders, innovators, and change makers is that as the head prefect, I'm proud to report that our school continues to thrive with dedicated teachers, staff, and prefects Students excel in academic, sports, arts, and community service. Then my special president, OBs and OGs, as Kitagwenda, the head around Kabjogela town, and I thank the members of Human Rights and Peace Club for the positive attitude you portrayed yesterday. I ask you to share your stories with us, wisdom and expertise with us, inspire us with your journeys, and draw motivation to our alumni's achievements. Emulate their perseverance, resilience, and passion. Continue to uphold our school's values and traditions. For God and my country, progress through labor. OBs and OGs, oye! OBs and OGs, oye! I love you all.
Thank you, Joseph. I believe he's on the way. All of you are all the students. I'm internally grateful all your desires. You are welcome once again. Feel free to move around. Feel free to advise. And feel free at all times of today's celebrations of all your life endeavors. God bless you. Progress through labor for God and my country. I'm Sue Simon, head teacher.
A very big applause for the headmaster of this Baite school. And also a big applause for the HP for Kitagwenda High School. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the OBs and OGs of this mighty school, just to remind you that our guest of honor is Honorable Nuksima Panado, and the information available, he's on the way. He will be arriving any time from now. And as soon as here, we will recognize him, and just to let you know that he's on the way, and we are in touch with him. The other thing I should also remind you that we have special guests that we were invited who are not OBs or OGs of this school, but they are here, and we will be recognizing them as time goes on. I already see our mayor, the SCC chairperson, Kabzujira Town Council is already here, and many others. You are very much welcome. So we also have some parents who are here with us. We have the teachers, we have the OGs, we have the OBs, and the students themselves. So it's a mix of all that. And I also want to remind you that this particular reunion, our theme is consolidating Kosa achievements. And many of you have been asking us and asking the president, this time you didn't bring books, you didn't bring computers, you didn't bring this. Every year we have a theme. And this is the third reunion. Our last reunion was our theme was retouring, and we came in here, we brought computers, printers, books, and so on and so forth. But today we are looking at what have we achieved since we took over as the ExCom, and what have we been able to register. The president will be informing you in his maiden speech some of the achievements that we have registered so far. So we are taking stock of that and recognizing, yes, that the journey we started some years ago, this is what we've been able to register. The other objective of this reunion is also to mobilize. You must have noted that we've taken exceptional. We've mobilized the people through Ilaka Radio, through Rukundo. We wanted many people to turn up, so that when we have big numbers turning up, then we're able to inform them and tell them, look, this is where we are and this is where we want to move. So this particular reunion was from a mobilization reunion. It was not a retouring reunion, and basically, as we've been saying from the president, we will be looking at what we've been able to achieve and where are we going next. And therefore, it is very, very important that when we start our discussions, you'll give us ideas on what we will present and where we want to move on as part of our objectives. Without wasting time, I would like to request the students, if they are not ready, if you are ready, please come over. SK Events, give them a microphone. Please come over. These are the students, they want to welcome you. They have a welcome song to the hill immediately after the headmaster's speech. As soon as we are done, then we will move to the next item. You don't want to stand together? It's okay, it's fine. Proceed. Give them the microphone. Let them hold it. The challenge, the lead person could be this side, and then you give it to the other side. Or you get it from the...
Oh, you are welcome, you are welcome, all the students of Kitagwenda High School. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. We are welcome, you are welcome, all the students of Kitagwenda High School. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. We are happy, extremely happy. We excited to see you all. Settle down and feel at home. That's how credible the school is. You are welcome, you are welcome, all the students. High school. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. We excited to be students of Kitagwenda High School. It's a home not for courage. We will rise and shine up, people. You are welcome. You are welcome, all the students of Kitagwenda High School. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. We also thank you, our HT Simon, for the hard work you put in school. We also thank you, head teacher Simon, for the work that you put in school. You have advanced the education. What a modern school Kitagwenda is. You have advanced the education. What a modern school Kitagwenda is. You are welcome, you are welcome, all the students of Kitagwenda High School. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. You are welcome, you are welcome, all the students of Kitagwenda High School. You are welcome, all the students. We are happy to be with you. Kitagwenda High School progress through labor.
Let's clap them again. Let's clap for them again for that wonderful song. Thank you. Yes, just to remind you again that we have calendars that we've published calendars. They're over there, a copy is there. And these calendars are on sale. The proceeds from this calendar will go on to support the bursary scheme. The president will be informing you later on how many students we are sponsoring. Actually, the students whom you are paying school fees, because it's you people who are giving this money. So we thought that we should have a quick income generating activity through this calendar. So when you pay 10,000 for this calendar, just know that you are putting into the bursary scheme treasury. So please feel free. We have them over 100 calendars over there. 10,000, you are sponsoring one of the students that is also on this bursary scheme. So they are over there. They are showing some of the previous the scenes of our previous reunion, some of the activities we undertook. They're also showing members of the Kosa cabinet. Please feel free to support that bursary scheme through buying this calendar. We also encourage the students themselves. Yesterday I talked to you that tell your parents to give you 10,000 and you go with a calendar. You also have to support the students who are. As we have already informed you, the morning program is basically we are looking at the introductory remarks, and later on we will have the General Assembly being opened officially, where we'll have the students to move out, and then we'll proceed with our internal matters, Kosa matters. And in the afternoon we'll have football. We have a strong team of the OGs and OBs. They are prepared. And at this juncture, I want to recognize our MD, Mr. Masko here. He's been very good. He has provided uniform to the team which will be playing today. He has sponsored, and he works with the company called Nagsoft Technology, and this company is the MD. He bought the uniforms, the beautiful uniforms they will be putting on this afternoon. So we thank you very much, Mr. Masko Vincent, for that kind of support. I don't know whether our PTA chairperson is here. I think if he's not yet here, we will skip him because as per our program, he's actually the person who should be speaking. But if he's not here, we will request our students whom we are sponsoring. Can you come forward? Our students whom we are sponsoring, the 10 students, please come forward. They have a vote of thanks. They want to thank the OBs and OGs for the wonderful work you are doing, for the money you keep sending here to keep them moving and studying here. Please come over here. You'll have a microphone, and after your vote of thanks, I'm told you have a song, and thereafter we'll proceed with the rest. So these are the students you have been paying school fees. Some of you keep on asking on the WhatsApp group, who are these students? We don't know them. Here they are, and they want to say thank you for the funds, for the money that you have been contributing towards their scholarship, and we would like to request you that we continue supporting them. They are very intelligent, but they are from disadvantaged families, and they don't have the capacity to pay their school fees. So, over to you, students.
Our beloved old students, the head teacher, teaching and non-teaching staff, student leaders, and the entire community of Kitagwenda High School, I greet you in the name of Almighty God. My name is Taiwa Samuel, Senior 5 Sciences. On behalf of the students sponsored by the Kosa, I thank God for having enabled us to reach the third Kosa reunion, and we also thank the old students for having dedicated themselves to support us who are before you. You've been and you will always be our great parents, and we as children will work hard to make you proud. We also thank our head teacher, who has always reminded us to work hard and attain the best from Kitagwenda High School. He has always encouraged us to make our school shine again. Mr. Head Teacher, we really thank you very much. We also thank you, all the students, for the unity and cooperation you have. Really, you are inspiring forward to being like you in the near future. We know that you all have the businesses you are supposed to attend to, but for the love you have for us, you are here to be with us. We really thank you, and may the Lord bless you abundantly. Progress through labor for God and my country.
Days have never been the same. Days have never been the same. This is the day to receive you, our oldest student. Kitagwenda High School is a home and home for all. So settle down and feel at home with us. So settle down and feel at home with us. We looked around for the person with a great love for us. Our guest of honor, you serve to be the best of all. We thank you so much for honoring our invitation. May the Lord Almighty reward you abundantly. May the Lord Almighty reward you abundantly. Lord, days have never been the same. This is the day to receive you, our oldest student. Kitagwenda High School is a home and home with us. So settle down and feel at home with us. To receive you, our oldest student. Kitagwenda High School is a home and home for all. So settle down and feel at home with us. So settle down and feel at home with us. Thank you. My name is.
You introduce yourself.
My name is Narinda Susan from Sired. Happy to see our old students gathered here. Thank you.
My name is Nyamwiza Rosemary, Senior 5 Sciences. Thank you for supporting me.
Taibwa Samuel, Senior 5 Sciences.
My name is Mafete Peter, offering BCM stroke ICT, Senior 5 Sciences.
Kunda Francis, Senior 5 Arts. Thank you for your inspiration.
My name is Naebali Evelyn from Senior 3 Red. I thank you so much for your support. I love you so much.
My name is Ankunda Presi Senior 4. Thank you for your support.
Nyango Marabek is my name from Form 2. I thank your support.
Thank you. You can now take your seats. Please proceed. Ladies and gentlemen, esente zanyu President Nana ati rumuranga WhatsApp yitu na abasaba 10 nubwo murimo guriyo nizikorogo. You continue supporting this. Abana are very, very happy. They are very happy that their dreams are coming true. They were at home, they were not studying, but as you can see, these are bright people and we are very, very proud. So, President Yana ati rumuranga na tusaba bitano rukumi nyaburi mu Musa agiswa kasenta ako okamusindikire aba bana bagumizo muno bashoma. So icyo ninki basimira kandi nga ogiza and obiz. Ako muranga ningureba nugwamani kunkabandi numureba ka message ka president mwanga kureba yu kunkati products mwazireba nyaburi makora mutaho kasente mitware 3 zino murimo munonjo guri no gukora aba bana in future nabaza kutubera abana bo mugaso. So icyo ntukibasimira. For about 10 minutes before the students take leave, we have two prominent OBs. We will give them 5 minutes each. For 1 or 2 words, career guidance is very, very important. As you know, OBs, we've passed through so many experiences. We've seen days, we've had students here, we've seen many experiences, we have seen many challenges, and sometimes twarugaha mutahurire some of these words from these OBs, most of them who are very, very successful. So, ninza kweta y'umwami Kenneth Bwenje is a senior procurement officer with NIRA. Ni mushabayize abaganira heda kikankitano a word ikigambo cyo muntu mukuru no mukaro wayijuka no gumano no heyo no nena. So mwami Kenneth ija thereafter ninza kweto ndijo dakikitano and thereafter ba students ntoka bashaba mugende then tutandike general assembly yitu officially. Kenneth, you are welcome. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, students. The chairperson is reminding me, His Excellency is reminding me that it's already afternoon. It is 6 minutes into the afternoon. Good afternoon indeed. I'm glad to be here. Hello, students. How are you? My name has already been mentioned. I'm Kenneth Bwenje. When I'm in my village, I add Kachikuzi. But when I'm in Kampala, no one knows that name. And by God's grace, I was in this school from 1998 up to 2001. I finished 4 years here. I'm one of those people, Mr. Head Teacher, who appreciates Mr. Kamasaka Robert, because all the time I was here, he was the head teacher. When you mentioned the list of head teachers that have been here, I asked my neighbor that when did these people come here? Because I only knew about 3 of them, but you mentioned so many. But we are glad our school is here. We are glad our school is growing stronger. I work with the National Identification and Registration Authority, NIRA, and a body that all of you, as I speak, must be in our register. Mr. Head Teacher, if you have a student not in our register, that student is highly risking. That's part of career guidance, eh? It's part of career guidance. If you are not on the NIRA register, please make sure that you are registered. I know if they have not yet come here, they are coming to register you from this school. Have they come already? But I know they are coming, because for the next 53 days, starting from last week, we are combing, let me use that word, the whole country, to make sure that any Ugandan that is not registered is registered. And I will say this quietly, Dr. Nzwonera is here for purposes of voting in 2026. And we are supposed to vote wisely. SK, allow me come closer here. I'm a teacher. I didn't study education, but I'm a teacher. I teach all the students at Uganda Management Institute. We teach postgraduate students and those who are doing professional courses. That's the work I do in the evening. And I will start from there. When we were here a few years ago, I saw the students who were here. Most of them were bigger than I was when I was here. The OBs who are here know that I was a very small boy. But we had dreams. We had dreams. And we thought we would be so many things. We were thinking of driving 4x4. You know what 4x4 is, eh? We are thinking of big things, big dreams, big dreams. Unfortunately, for some of us, we have not achieved those dreams. Others have achieved other things that are completely different from their dreams. When I was here, I had always thought of being a lawyer. And I was studying to be a lawyer because my late dad had a friend who was a lawyer. And he was always very smart. So I also said, I'm going to be a lawyer. Hello, I am not a lawyer. I am a procurement officer. When I went to university to study procurement, my father asked me that what is procurement about. In the country, I think our year was the third intake for a course called procurement. It was never there before. So our year was the third. Chambogo University, where I went, was the first university to teach a degree in procurement. So most of our parents didn't know. So when I came, he asked me, what course are you doing? I said, I'm doing procurement. He had sent me to do a degree in education, English, literature. I think I would be here teaching, Mr. Head Teacher. But when I reached there, I disobeyed, I changed and did procurement. And when he asked me what procurement was about, in simple terms, I said it's about buying. And he said, you young man, why are you wasting my money? Haven't we always bought things? Do you need to study 3 years to buy? To cut the long story short, I did the course, I finished it, and I'm buying. I'm doing what? I am buying. At least I can be proud to say that all of you here, if you have an ID, I have bought it. Or we have registered you using a system that I have bought. So buying is not simply buying. What am I saying? Let's have dreams. Let's have dreams. The dreams will guide us. They may not be the reality in future. The world is changing. That is true. But you can only change. Mr. Rukuba, where are you? He taught me CRE in senior 4. And he told me that the only constant in this world is change. Isn't that what you said? That you either change or change will change you. Senior 4, hello. What is it saying? Is it saying that don't do anything? No. It is saying that have an idea, have a perspective, have a dream, have a direction that you are taking, but also be ready to change. Sorry, Council of Regea. I loved to do law as a course. But right now, if I went back to O level, I would think maybe of a course in IT. You get it? Artificial intelligence. Right now, anything you want, you go on the phone. Recently, we were discussing, having a candid discussion in class while we were teaching some of the students. Because for us, we teach old students, so you don't go there to lecture. You go there to discuss. And we are saying, is it important anymore to start cramming things and reproducing them in an exam? When actually we have Snapchat on the phone, eh? But do you know how to use Snapchat? Anyway. All is your mind set for the realities of the world. Have a dream, work towards achieving the dream, but remain with an open mind. Remain with an open mind and you are going to be successful. What do we gain from school? I thank God for the new curriculum. How many of you are on the new curriculum? For us, we never did research when we were in secondary school. When they would talk of research, it was something that was strange to us. But now you people are researching right from senior 1. Right from senior 1. Why am I bringing this? As you develop your dream, as you work towards achieving your dream, the first thing you will need to start with is researching about your interests. What are your interests? Pay attention to yourself. Have you ever taken time to listen to yourself? What is that thing that, in my other world we say, what is that thing that gives you goose pimples? When you see it, you feel like your body is your body leaving you or you're leaving your body? What excites you? That could be your interest. Your interest, sorry to say, may not be in academics, following the academic path, but you want to go into vocational. After senior 4, is it called Directorate of Industrial Training? They can assess you and you take that route. But can you do it when you don't know your interests? No, you can't. Discover your interests. Look at those activities that excite you as a person. There is a time when a child would tell a parent that I am interested in music. People would say, are you mad? They would even beat you. But do we know that these days people are earning from music, art and drama? If you're serious about it, discover your interest, but don't just discover it, but work towards achieving it. Look at what you enjoy learning. I used to enjoy learning languages and arts, basically, to the extent that at senior 3 head teacher, when we were choosing subjects, I chose Kiswahili as one of my subjects. I chose history. I chose political education. When I reached the head teacher's office, Mr. Kamasaka, he had his chiboko. He says, you tell me a political education, I will beat you. And I didn't do it. But that was my interest. And I feel, maybe even where I am, I'm doing whatever I'm doing because those were my interests. Build your skills. Build your skills. After you have understood these interests that you have, then make sure that you build on those skills. Success is not only about cram work of the things that they teach you in class. Success is not only about you having the best score at senior 4 is what? 8 in 8? A. Senior 4? Okay. Okay, new curriculum. So the best score is A. Success is not only about getting an A, but success is about having a mix of both hard and soft skills and being able to use those skills to survive in this world. To survive in this world. There could be those who got A's but they were not successful. And there could be those who never... Recently I was looking at the capital city of Uganda, Kampala, and trying to see the buildings that are there. Most of them are owned by people who never went to school. I'm not saying that don't study. Hello? But what am I saying? Discover what will make you successful and work hard. And work hard. I want to end, the director of programs is saying time up. I want to end by saying don't fail to seek guidance. Always seek guidance. In the new curriculum, I think the teachers, you will agree with me, it's not all about teacher-student kind of engagement. The teacher pumping the knowledge into the students. It is also about the students engaging the teachers. That is what is being encouraged. And that engagement, let it not only be on academics and the work, the projects that you are doing, but generally life situations that you go through. I remember the first career talk we had here. I mentioned that you as students identify mentors, even from the old students who are here, even the teachers. I thank God there are some students who actually started contacting me personally. And some of them, a few of them, we have been engaging. We have been engaging. So, seek guidance all the time. This morning when we were coming, a lady I came with said, after that time some student was consulting me and I've come with a piece of bread for that student. That bread does not stop there. When she's handing over the bread, I'm sure she will hand it over with some words. So, identify people who can guide you, identify mentors, and always be in touch with those mentors. Thank you very much. I will end by saying this as someone who has been coordinating football, the games, this evening. Where is this man who was talking of Manchester United here? Leave those things of Manchester United. Today the OBs have told me that they are going to hammer you, the students, plus your teachers. Mwena. Students plus teachers. The teachers are, we can even loan them to the students since they are here. We are ready to tackle you. We are ready to handle that game. Our Kosa team, our uniform, our team jersey is very set. This is not the original jersey. This is just a duplicate. We have a very good uniform. Those uniforms, when we leave, because we have nowhere to keep them, we shall leave them with the school. So you also have that opportunity We have also come with 2 footballs, which we shall also leave with the school. So students, mufunyemu already. That means you pray pora pora. And as I hand over the microphone, Nugsoft Technologies, thank you very much. While we were looking for money, of course a few of us contributed some money, but more than half of the money that we used to buy that uniform was given to us by Nugsoft Technologies, owned by our very own Masiko Vincent. Thank you very much.
A very big clap for Kenneth Bwenje. Thank you very much, Kenneth. Tutwariyamu twafuna mu uniform n'empira ebiri. Tupo obugalo. Yes, those are the fruits of Kosa. We are counting our achievements that we've achieved. I don't have to waste time any further. We have some water. I know it's getting hot, so courtesy of Kosa, please have it. I will now request Dr. Nzibonera Eric. Dr. Nzibonera is also an OB here. He's also a senior lecturer in Makerere University. He heads a very important department, and we also thought it wise that if he shares with you 1 or 2 words as students, they may help you in your career as you go along. We will request you, Dr. Nzibonera, you also keep time, 5 minutes. Thank you very much.
I don't know whether Kenny took 5 minutes. And you see, that's a challenge with teachers. Teachers can talk and talk and talk. But I think I'll be brief. Our mayor of Kabujogera Town Council, the president of Kosa and your executive, the head teacher, the teachers, students, OBs and OGs. Good afternoon. I'm Eric Nzibonera, and I'm a good, proud OB of this school, because this school really made me what I am. That's why wherever the activities of this school, I try my level best to fit in the program. I think when I'm contacted, Your Excellency, I always abide. I was here, I joined as a young person, and I think during those days, I was the youngest in the class. And during assemblies, I would actually be in the front. I joined here when I was 13 years old. Here. Okay, thank you. I joined here when I was 13 years. That was in 1989. And I studied through for all 6 years here. So all my secondary school time was at Kitagwenda High School. So I feel that's really very good. It gave me a very good background. You heard my friend John saying so many things about me, but all was from Kitagwenda High School. As he has mentioned, I'm a senior lecturer at Makerere University, where I have worked for some time. And at the same time, I'm a head of department of accounting and finance. I have headed it for now 5 years. But the background is from here. When I joined here, for us, there was no bursary scheme those days. But we had some people we are following. And I will start from what Ken has said, that you have a dream and interests. But even when the dream cannot be pursued, don't lose hope. Just focus, be determined, And I think I'm talking to students. I have told you I was here in 1989, all through. So be determined, have a dream, but even when the interests cannot be achieved, don't lose hope. Just remain determined, get focused, you will get where you want to be. That's my motto. Briefly, when I joined here in 1989, there was no boarding section, if you remember. Wherever I come here, I attended the first reunion, the second reunion I didn't come. But even now, when I passed here, I first stopped. I saw even somebody stopping. I first stopped where we used to stay. The place has changed. When we were there, it was just grass-thatched houses, but now I have seen the result of a factory. I don't even understand what is there. Here, just after Ruhagura. That is the place which made us. At some time, I think after like 3 years, we had a boarding section, but some of us could not still afford to join the boarding section. But that did not stop us from getting determined, continuing, and achieving what we really wanted to do, to achieve. When I joined, Ken said he wanted to be a lawyer. My dream was to be an engineer. Either an engineer or a medical doctor. That was my dream. And I was very good, by the way, in mathematics and chemistry. Those were my actually favorite subjects. But when I finished senior 4 here in 1992, we didn't have sciences then in A level. The only sort of science combination which was there was MEG. And you couldn't be an engineer or a medical doctor with what? With MEG. In my village where I come from, in Chitonzi, Mashore, we already had a role model. Our council here. When I joined here in senior 1, he was in senior 4. And was, I think, deputy head prefect. Yes. When he finished, he joined the St. Rose. And even I said, I can try and go to St. Rose and become an engineer. I indeed put my first choice there, and I was admitted to go and do PCM. The admission letter came. I looked at it, I looked at home, I did like this. There was no bursary, there was no what? No Kosa. No Kosa really to help. So I said, but still I still need my dream to be fulfilled. I have to be an engineer or a medical doctor. Let me go to Ivanda Secondary, where I think Andrew was. I went there. Studied 1 term, did my PCM stroke biology. First term, got 15 points, and I was very happy. I was very happy that my dream was going to be what? Achieved. But when I went home, they looked around, and they said, now what can we sell? Now they started telling me that, do you know what? Just a branch. We don't have money. Even A level takes a lot of time. Just to go to a TTC. I said it's okay. But I sat down. I said no. I can't. Let me try. I came here. I walked those days. I walked and walked slowly, and I came from Chitonzi. I walked, not even riding a bicycle. Yes, because even when we were here, we used to carry those things. Now things, actually when I was coming, today I went and slept home. So when I was coming, I just gave somebody a lift. And he was telling me, I gave somebody a lift up to Kabujogera, and he was telling me that those days we used it to walk. Then I said, for you, used it to walk. You are looking at it as if it is something strange, but for us, we really walked. Even to get my admission letter, you see, I normally share this life experience to show you that you can actually make it. Even to get my admission letter from Ibanda Secondary, I just walked and found Angazi. Is it Brother Angazi? When he looked at my marks, he just gave me the admission letter and walked back home. So I was telling them that for me, I really walked. You don't see me now driving, but we really did what? We walked. So determination can do something. So I felt to go back. I came here. I found my friend, I normally actually say it even when I meet him, Ntungwa Alfred. I found him in the compound here, I think was the head of Ivanda. Really, you saw that you would really afford. Now what combination can we give you? We give you maid. I went to Mr. Kamasaka, who was the head teacher. He didn't hesitate, gave me Meg. So that's how I started. But still, I think where I am, I'm still successful. So that's why I was saying, even if your dream is not achieved, there is something you can achieve and you still become successful. That's why Ken said, when he felt it, but I can tell you, even where he is, he knows I disturb him a lot. Even like a few months ago, when some people were trying to apply for a loan scheme and they wanted the IDs and they were coming to me immediately. So even in his buying, he's still making a good contribution and I think is very successful. So even when you don't achieve the dream that you had a purpose for, you can still do what you are doing and become what? Successful. So you younger girls and boys, when you came here to sing, for you are putting on shoes. I can tell you I finished senior 1 to senior 4 without putting any shoe. Without putting on any what? Any shoe. We had the natural shoe. Okay? We had the natural shoes. So, be purposeful. Be strong in what you are doing. Have your faith in God, but be determined. When I did Meg and finished senior 6 in 1995, I got 12. I couldn't go there. They admitted me to go and do a diploma in cover NTC. I teach. But in those 2 years, because of determination, I said I can't stop here. I will go back and sit senior 6. Became very good because there was power. I was being accommodated. I was no longer cooking. Everything was there. The library was stocked. So I said I can manage these 2 things. Diploma and doing again what? Senior 6. When I was finishing diploma in education, I sat. I think here we used it to do exams in March. Came back and I came back and went back to sit exams of NTC. And I was gambling to look for even money for transport because the money wasn't there. I think I have my person in Chum living today. I just checked on him. He accommodated me for a while and he gave me a bicycle. Even when I was coming to do exams here, I was riding what? A bicycle. But the good enough, the exams came when I had 17 points. And it was a good ticket to go and do a very good course at Makerere and on government, which I couldn't do what? Afford. Actually, if they had even not removed the registration fee of 50,000, then it was also very hard. But I did what I did. At the university, I found there, Andrew, I found him. Me too much when we were at the university. So even in the university, I worked very hard. Going to high school, even during registration, they would ask, where are you coming from? Because Bachelor of Commerce, they would expect somebody maybe from Vudo, Namagunga, etc. The least school would be in Tare, not even in Bara High School. But you see, with also those students, I managed to be a third student out of like 200 at the end. And that's how I was retained. I didn't look for a job. So you see, I didn't become an engineer, I didn't become a medical doctor, but still even what I did, I became what? Successful. Now I am a doctor. Yeah? I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm what? I'm a doctor. So in short, we shall continue and continue and continue supporting this association. We shall continue supporting this school. I have always talked to Katongwensi that this is the school which made us. I have always, I think I even shared with you that this is school which made me what I am now, so I can't forget it. So even you, when we give you some money for the bursary, work hard. Even the last time, you see now, there is even a government loan what? Loan scheme. I looked at the list because there were some people, I also follow those things very well. Sometimes there are some people, they try to jump, and I come in. We had, this last time, we had 3 students from Diansungwe, 1 student from Kichwamba, 1 student from Nyabani, and 1 student from Mahyor. So the 6 students came from there. If they were, I checked if they were to take the 7s, 8s, and 9s, they would come from Kitagwenda. So when I was in admissions office, they gave me the whole list. They normally list around 30 people, potential people. So the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, up to 6, they were from those schools. But the 7s, 8s, and 9s position would come from Kitagwenda. And I thought, the way how we found it 3 years back has greatly changed. There is at least some improvement, you can compete. So we encourage you to work very hard. Now even the grading is changing, it is now in A's. So we encourage our young people that you can be what you want to be because we passed there and we have a good experience and we can be your mentors. So continue working hard, continue seeking guidance, and continue getting determined. So with those few words, I think I've gone even beyond 5 minutes. I thank you very much, and I thank you, the president and your team, for choosing me, for seeing that I can actually talk to these people. I didn't know, but thank you so much for that confidence and trust in me. Thank you so much. I wish you well.
Thank you, Dr. Nzibonera Eric. These are teachers. So the teachers, you know what it means. So thank you, Kenneth, and thank you. I think it was very, very important. Our dear students, I know you have picked. Haven't you picked? The man would walk from Chitonzi up to here. I'm told some of you walk from Kasangura, but you keep on complaining. Walk from Ganywa, you complain. Kabuzojera, you complain. The man from Chitonzi walking, coming here to study and going back. And is not complaining and is now a doctor. So I think that's very, very important. We will now move marathon. Mr. Abara, the PTA chairperson, we had given you an opportunity early in the morning. You are not here. You've come extremely late. But if I don't give you an opportunity, you will kill me. I can only give you 2 minutes as a PTA chairperson. Kandi biro utakabizamu ijo oramusi habantu nka PTA chairperson akurembera abazeire harushiko rukuru orwishomerere ninka 2 minutes kandi bire bitwe bindi ninkishabota kabigambaho akubwire bwa buruho bwahwayo ibino byo mwebazo.
I think thank you so much, the MC of the day, Your Excellency, President Kosa, the cabinet members, at the same time the ministers, our Kosa team members, our head teacher, staff, Kitagwenda High School, all heads of departments, the prefectorial body, the students' body at large, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to take this opportune moment at least to give some few briefs as chairperson PTA. I must take this opportunity also to apologize for being late, though being remarked as being extremely late. They say better late than never. At least I have managed to thrive and come. So allow me to thank you, however, Your Excellency, for purpose of record. I had jotted something for you and your team that at a certain time it can be taken as a true record. Your Excellency, allow me to summarize this report as follows. Good morning. I think my time was for good morning. This time is good afternoon, everyone. With great honor and pleasure, actually joy and excitement, I welcome you to this auspicious occasion of our Kosa third reunion at this here, Kitagwenda High School. Please allow me to convey my heartfelt greetings from PTA and Board of Governors. Greetings from that team. Ladies and gentlemen, through you, Your Excellency, as the chairperson PTA and as a representative to the board, allow me to give this summary as follows. I know, ladies and gentlemen, it does not stop everyone, and it takes a lot of time for some time for you to have had this busy schedule, actually to be here for this very occasion. I must say, I thank you so much for turning up. Allow me, Your Excellency, you allow me, Your Excellency, but one thing I must assure these colleagues is that by the end of the night and by the end of the day, our being here will be of great advantage, and we shall have not lost any time, and we shall have benefited a lot, and we are here to benefit, and our students will also benefit, and our community will also benefit, and we shall not regret for this day. Your Excellency, to sum up, allow me to note that this school had existed for the last 4 years, but at a certain time, the performance, you know, all of us were here, the performance was commendable. But at a certain time, the performance dwindled with time. I'm grateful to note that some few decades back, at least a decade back, a team of our dedicated staff members here, the teachers who are here, please raise up for recognition if you are here. I must, please, a great applause to those gentlemen and ladies. A group of them, the dedicated teachers, and a group of us, parents, and a group of us, the PTA members, and a group of us, the Board of Governors, we labored so much to ensure that we had to strive and improve the performance from the worst performance to the best performance as to date. Your Excellency, allow me to report to you that as chairperson PTA, I must tell you once again that we have a dedicated and qualified staff, which we are proud of. And it is on this background that we are focused. It is on this background that we are saying rather that our performance in the future, we shall hit to the target. Your Excellency, you are well aware that some time back, this school was ranked as the center of excellency in the whole of this region, Western Uganda. But at a certain time, as I said, the performance had dwindled. But I want to tell you, these teachers give us hope, have really given us hope. And we hope and we promise that we shall reach our last destination of performance and as a school of center of excellence. To sum up again, Your Excellency, sir, allow me to communicate at this function that sometime back the enrollment had declined to 140. But due to the team I have really mentioned about, the teachers, the Board of Governors, and the PTA members, including some of our religious leaders, we have managed to mobilize and improve, and the enrollment has now risen from 140 to a tune of approximately 400. And by that, I think some few members, I think as of now, we are around 680 something there, but we had gone to 400. To sum up for the interest of time, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you, much as I talk about the intervention of these other stakeholders, if it wasn't you, our dear, esteemed old students, this one wouldn't have also been possible. It wouldn't. It is on this note, Your Excellency, sir, allow me to thank you and your team for having supported our most needed and the most underprivileged needed students whom you have assisted to further their education. On behalf of the parents, if I cannot mention this, I would be unfair. You have done a real noble job. We must thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We must thank you for having touched the souls of those young children. Those who are here, please. Those who have been supported by Kosa, I think allow me on behalf of the parents to recognize you. Raise up for recognition. Those who have been supported by Kosa for record purposes, please raise. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. This is the message from the parents. Lastly, you can sit. Lastly, Your Excellency, sir, much as you have given this support, I would beg on behalf of the parents that the support should be holistic. We give them, you have supported them with school fees, but some other requirements are lacking. I beg that it should be put in the consideration that we support these beneficiaries holistically. I beg. Then another request from the parents, as I also thanked you, Your Excellency, the reason why I'm saying that we shall hit the target with your support, and we are sure as parents, allow me also tell you that we have learned with concern that our school has all the prerequisites of making this school perform to the greater heights. We have observed with concern, we have a library, actually, I can say stocked, though not enough. We have a very good laboratory. We have the library section, rather computer section, though not stocked enough. Your Excellency, sir, and your team, we beg that you continue with all the supplies that you even gave us before. The support you gave us was good, but the Baganda say, Basima Bongerwa. Your Excellency, the last point is I want to assure you, we are also struggling. We have observed with concern that we have enough classrooms. However, these classrooms need some renovations. They need to be renovated. So we are saying, as parents, we are trying our level best to ensure that we raise as much as we can, to ensure that at least these classrooms are renovated. But we are at times run short of resources. The meager resources we always have cannot make us reach our plan. So we beg, if need be, Your Excellency, it is our prayer that we use all the possible interventions in form of fundraisings, in form of all kinds of donations and any kind of support to have that challenge averted. Lastly, Your Excellency, allow me to tell you, our school has all the important prerequisites that I'm saying. The last point on this, we have got a very good and dedicated head teacher. This is a teacher, a head teacher who is teacher, learner, student-centered, and at times parent-centered. We are proud we have got another person who shall really make us reach our destination. This is a person who is not a hypocrite. I must say, this is a person, let me tell you, sometime back when we were closing our first term, we had challenges whereby the school was closing with debts, recurring debts. He curbed the challenge of debts and they were brought to zero. There was no any other person who was really demanding money from us. Every time we would come, we said, debtors. Allow me to inform you. He even whispered some time back that, Mr. Chairman, we have enough money on our account. I said, what? That we have enough, we have closed the term, we have paid all the teachers, we have done all the necessary facilitations and allowances. But this time, we have 10 million shillings on our account. I said, what? The good thing, he did not connive with me to say that we chew it. He came with a suggestion. And of course, I was also very impossible for me to allow the chewing. Actually, very possible. He is the most transparent man. So, he said, now what should we do? He said, let's go and buy bulls. I said, bulls, no. Let's buy heifers. Your Excellency, allow me to inform you. We directly went and bought 2 heifers. Those exotic breeds, I think, we call them crossbreeds. 2 of them. I said, Mr. Headmaster, by the end of the term, if we continue doing this, I think I've seen what you are. He's a real good sort to test. Mr. Headmaster, thank you so much. With your team, with your administration, the Tulinganas, the Kabingas, and the what? You will make us rich. However, allow me to note that as we got him, it was not easy to get him. And I am aware, Your Excellency, you also participated so much. I must thank you on behalf of this team. The journey to have this new head teacher was not easy for us. We toiled up and down. We jumped all the stones and creepers, valleys and mountains to have him. And they had brought a certain Mzee here who was with about 2 years to retire. Personally, I stood up, I said, I will not accommodate you. And good enough, the chairperson, board of governors, also stood up and said that we are not tolerating. So we strived and got the gentleman, Miss Simon, and what we are striving for is what we have got. Mr. Simon, on the same note, allow me to inform you, rather, Your Excellency, as I sum up, I've been summoned to, I've been sanctioned to sum up. Allow me to note that to our advantage, he was, when we were striving to get him, at the same time, he was appointed a deputy head teacher of the school. And at the same time, now posted as the deputy head teacher still. Actually, that is the statement I was supposed to push out. And at the same time, now assignment of duty as a teacher at Kitagwenda High School. Members, that is what it is. We are grateful that we have him. He will not go anywhere. We have him, and he will stay with us. So the challenges, Your Excellency, I have noted them. I think we have a challenge of enough dormitories, teachers' accommodation. We have a challenge of uncompleted presidential pledge in terms of library and staff quarter structures. We don't have a school bus. Teacher motivation in terms of duty allowances is very low. I feel that the school is still struggling to be enrolled on as a USE school. Computers and photocopiers are lacking. Then a recommendation, I think I'm saying, with our concerted efforts as members and other stakeholders, let's join hands and curb those challenges. Lastly, I want to praise you for the multiple roles played by you all sitting over here. They are teachers, I understand. They are social workers. They are advocates. I know the faces are clear to me. I understand they are police officers, other actors in this government, engineers, religious leaders, scientists, who are seated here in the crowd. Please, let's join hands and revamp the glory of our school, Kitagwenda High School. I must not forget to thank you for all your generous contributions, ladies and gentlemen, which I always see you contributing to those colleagues who have lost their dear ones. To me, you exhibit a sense of brotherhood. I implore you to keep it up and take on the mantle, get hold of the mantle, and we keep moving and keep the candle burning. May God bless you. I thank you all. I remain Guchubwa Innocent. Abara, Senior 4. I think I'll be here, and the same Senior 4, 1991. I was here. 19 at O level, 1991. What? John really, in his receiving remarks when he was receiving me, he really mentioned that I should not even make more announcements and pronouncements. However, I'm a retired community development officer. I'm a retired community development officer and a pensioner. He was my boss. Andrew, he made me become a community development officer after assuming duties of head teacher at primary level. But my ambition, ladies and gentlemen, in the future, if all goes well, my ambition is to become a chairperson of C5 Kitagwenda district. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, PTA chairperson, Kitagwenda High School, Mr. Innocent Buchubwa, my colleague. You pray hard that I also don't come for that seat. You just keep praying. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to stand up very briefly. Just stand up. All of you, let's stand up and stretch a bit. We stretch a bit. Just stand up, all of you. Because we are now going to the very important session. Let's stretch up. We can do this. Stretch up, down, like this. Up, down, up, down. So you can now sit. I will now request, without wasting time, we are now going to a session that is very important. The students stay seated. You stay there. I want to take this opportunity to request Jonathan Abeine, the Secretary General of Kosa, as the main convener of this meeting, to come and take us through the agenda of the General Assembly, and we formally begin the General Assembly. The students, as soon as the President finishes his speech, because he wants you to listen to his speech, you will definitely be able to leave. As soon as the President finishes his speech, you will leave. But the President has requested me that he wants you to listen to his speech. So, Secretary General, come over, and as the convener of this General Assembly, take us through the agenda, and then we move swiftly. Thank you so much, Secretary General.
Thank you very much, John, my younger brother, for the good work you are doing as the Public Relations Secretary. Actually, that's why I wanted you members to buy that chart. John was trying to reduce it to a calendar. No, it is not a calendar. You can create a calendar from anywhere. But that is a special calendar for Kosa, and you should go home with it. It is a chart, cabinet chart for your organization. I wanted to chip in that on John. That's why John is not yet used to the positions. He's calling me Secretary General, yet I'm not Secretary General. I am, if you get that chart, you will know the proper portfolios. Yes, there's even in our midst here, we have His Excellency. So, it was intentionally made. You remember when we were here debating, you who were here, about those posts. It was not just show off. It is just deliberately intended to psych members to think big and aim high. Oh, high, I don't know. These days, my literature has gone low. By the way, the literature, I got it from here. And I'm the one who introduced literature here in Kitagwenda High School in 1986. That's when I joined the university here, up to 1989. But there was no literature subject. I did not want to suffer the consequence of my brother, Dr. Eric Zivonda, because there were no sciences here, and he had to meander bit to look for them, and he failed to get them and came back here. I said I have to introduce it here, because my aim was to be a lawyer from first peg. From the word go, from primary, I wanted to be a what? A lawyer. So when I reached here, I said there were no literature, and it's one way to take me there. I told Mr. Kamasaka, I want books here. I want those literature books here. I went to Kampala and bought them and brought them here. And we studied them with my other people, Frank and others. You remember Frank? Yeah, we are tough guys. Eh? We had the real language here. I think you remember. Rukuba, you remember? Yes. Mushabe, were you here when I was campaigning for being a deputy head boy? You used the real language of Cambridge when we were still young here. So, I'm trying to psych you young students that you can make it from here up to the highest academic ladder, as Dr. Nzibonera has made it, is, for you might not know what it means as a doctor, it is PhD. Those are 3 degrees, not separate, but adding on his first degree. His first degree was in Bachelor of Commerce in Makerere University. From here, Kitagwenda. He joined Makerere directly from here. And he knows that for us, if I was a pioneer of suffering in Chitonzi, you know what it means. For him, I think he was the second at suffering. Me, I was the first at suffering as a pioneer. Because we used to write on the dust. When he was coming as young, there were 2, Ed and Eric. Because I think one of their uncles was a teacher in Chitonzi. So they used to bring them as children to listen to what was taking place. Then that's why they picked a lot of stamina to study. The way we are whatever we are doing here, it is not a waste of time. You will be getting encouraged to achieve your academic ambitions because of seeing us here. By the way, I cannot talk too much without recognizing the road mayor of Kabujogera. I call you road mayor because why is it only Kampala that they have a road mayor? You can also be a road mayor here in Kabujogera. My elder, yes, we can go to parliament and change the law if you support us. We are capable of doing that. So, OBs, all the students, really, those who have made it, I mean, those who are online, I'm told it is also online, is it? Yes, we welcome you to this third annual general meeting of Kosa. Don't think that I have not seen you, Mr. Boenje. Even if you struggled and did not get my course, but you are successful. This man is a real drive of Nira, and all the monies of Nira you hear, it passes through his hands. So, don't lose hope. So, me in my capacity as the cabinet secretary of Kosa, now that is a real portfolio now you have had. I am empowered under the constitution of Kosa to convene an annual general meeting and also cabinet meetings. But in consultation with HE, and by extension, the deputy HE, Helen, although you have sat in the public, but you should study for recognition. This is our Arupo. This is our Arupo here. So you can see that what we are aiming was big. Next, in the future, we shall be in the full government. And Andrew will be the president, I will be the prime minister, and this one will be the cabinet, the vice P. This one will be the communicator, that is Bariomus. That was it, that was it. So, maybe Bwenja, you will be who? You will look for it and tell us. You will be buying. That one. You will be making Minister of Finance, yes. You will be the Minister of Finance. Yeah. I cannot go without also appreciating the headmaster. It was a struggle to be at this position. And as my brother has said, so let us clap for him for that achievement. And I can tell you that he is a Kosa member, meaning he's an OB here, isn't it? So for that matter, he will be adding on his zeal because they also Kosa spirit has come in. Are you getting the point? So you students, you are lucky to have the Kosa headmaster here. Now, under article, because for me I'm a lawyer, I have to cite the clause which gives me that power. You don't say I'm assuming it. It is under article 3, sub-article D, it gives the cabinet secretary, among his roles, to convene meetings of the cabinet and the General Assembly in consultation with the president, which I have said. And by that power, when we sat as a cabinet, we decided that today, the 5th day of October 2024, they say the year of our Lord. You know, lawyers have so many words just which are for impressing. That we shall be here. And God has made us that we are here. So I take this opportunity. Mahomes, I have seen you. Don't say I have not seen you. You are a member of cabinet. I take this opportunity to convene this annual general meeting of Kosa. And we are going to discuss some few items here. I think they have been put. Yes, they have been, our technology specialist has made it. This young man is also from Chitonzi. So you can see Chitonzi is not easy. In Masioro Nyanga there. So you can see how he has made us. But I can, for purposes of formality, I can read them because that is the role I have. That the agenda of today is and state of Kosa, Kosa Republic address. You remove the word Republic. Kosa address by H.E. Andrew Mwebazakaretwa as number 1. Then from there, we shall review the minutes of the previous AGM, which will be presented by none other than you as truly. And 3, we shall go to presentation of the year 2024 financial report. 2023? Is it 2023? Yeah, 2023-24, yes. And that one will be presented by none other than Masco Vincent in this capacity because our finance secretary, Honorable Anita Masca, is not well. So, and you know, Minister of Finance, you don't have a deputy because that is money. So we have decided to incorporate the former Minister of Finance, now who is emeritus Minister of Finance, for today to present those financial reports. Then we shall have, after his, we shall have presentation of the members' welfare scheme. Members, now we, how to be aware of. I think that's where Kenneth, when you will again come in, to tell us how to be aware of. The welfare scheme will be presented by none other than Honorable John Arnaitwe, the Secretary for Public Relations. And after that, the members will have the opportunity to discuss all the foregoing, the feedback, and the way forward. So, I think we shall be, this time we are not forming, we are just consolidating. So we shall be quick, don't fear. This. So, I take this opportunity to invite His Excellency Andrew Mwebazakaretwa to present his State of Union address. Not union, but Kosa address. Thank you very much. Okay.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is a presidential address on the state of Kosa, Uganda Limited, because this is a company, to the General Assembly at Kitagwenda High School campus on October 5th, 2024. Our theme, just to of Kosa. The chief guest in absentia, and also the parish priest, Kitagwenda Parish in absentia. He tendered in his apology. The chairperson, board of governors, also in absentia. He also tendered in his apology to me. The chairperson, PTA, and your team. The head teacher and the entire staff of Kitagwenda High School. Kosa Vice President, Her Excellency Helen Tumuhairwe, members of Kosa Cabinet, members of Kosa Fraternity, the students of Kitagwenda High School, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I need not to pause to say how very delighted and honored my friends, to be back to the campus of this great institution and to be part of the third reunion 2024 edition. I certainly want to express my personal appreciation to the school administration for accepting us to organize this important event, which is our reunion. I warmly welcome, I warmly and wholeheartedly welcome you, all gallant, all students of Kitagwenda High School, the stakeholders and well-wishers to this occasion. And so, it's a delightful pleasure to be here today to reminisce our fond memories of the past stay at Kitagwenda High School. You also recall that our mission was to revamp the past glory of Kitagwenda High School, especially in the area of academic performance. Move on. The question we are being challenged with, or we are facing as leaders and Kosa fraternity, is whether or not our journey, our efforts, our struggle, our mission has had far-reaching impact on revamping Kitagwenda High School past glory. Some of us, some of our cynics or critics alike say that our investment effort is still minute and a little bit slow. Whereas I may agree with them, I would like to assure you, comrades, that we have come a long, long way and we still have a long, long way to go. In this struggle, we have moved in desolate valleys. We have crossed the trying hills. We have walked on our meandering highways and rested our bodies on the rocky mountains. But we are not about to give up the fight. We are more determined than before to double or even triple our efforts. It always seemed impossible until it is done. On the side of the state of current affairs and trying to answer the question of coming from a long, long way to go, I have this to say. One, preparation of reunions. Since its inception, Kosa has successfully and carefully organized 3 reunions of 2022, 2023, and 2024 of today. These reunions have not only inspired the current learners, but they have also mobilized and drawn attention and focus of stakeholders towards the mission of revamping the past glory of Kitagwenda High School. Besides, scholastic materials, as many speakers have said, laboratory equipment and reagents, computers and accessories, photocopying machines, textbooks, sports jerseys, among others, ladies and gentlemen, these reunions also gave birth to the bursary scheme formulation. They also gave birth to formulation of Kosa Constitution, which we now recite. They also gave birth to the registration of Kosa as a company or as a legal entity with a bank account. They also gave birth to election into office the current Kosa vanguard. The bursary scheme, which is the bedrock of our innovation, has since its inception in October 2022 sponsored over 24 students. Kosa is well represented as well at different leadership organs of the school, like Board of Governors, where I'm a member, PTA, you have seen the chairman, and the school administration, where we have a number of all the students doing some teaching and administration work. Number 2, Kitagwenda High School last year's performance at both O and A level. When we received the news of the results for those 2 A levels, for those 2 levels, it was a beacon light of hope to many of us. It was another testimony of our great efforts of stakeholders working together, including all students. It was further evidence of our inspiration on the teaching learning process that saw the school score first grade at O level after a number of years and considerably better performance at A level, with most students getting principal passes to take them to the tertiary institutions. Let's be optimistic, ladies and gentlemen, keeping our feet moving and our heads pointed towards the sky, the sun. Number next, Kosa membership. Deliberate effort was undertaken to enroll all old students on our WhatsApp platform, at least to start with. We are aware that since the inception of Kitagwenda High School, we have OBs who are over 10,000. But maybe by last year, as a reunion, the number was 462. But to date, the number has moved to 750 members on the platform. So we are very optimistic that by the end of next year's reunion, we shall be over 10,000. And to us, this is a great opportunity to plan, decide, or move together. Cabinet management. Since October last year, colleagues, Cabinet has held 4 meetings and major milestones have been reached. And as a result, of course, of conducting these important meetings, for example, making a decision to have this reunion take place today is a brainchild of our cabinet meeting. Approving some names of the students you are seeing here to enroll on the bursary scheme is also a result of cabinet meeting. Transferring the money from Kosa account to the school account is also a brainchild of cabinet meeting. Approving work plans and budgets, considering